Hello everyone, my name is Miles Price and this is Dr. Stephen Chan and we are from Life Clinic, and today we're going to be talking about psoriasis, the skin condition, and I'd like to ask Stephen to talk a bit more about it.
Thank you, Miles. Psoriasis is a fairly common condition in which the skin is the outer layer of the skin is overactive. And how that presents is that there's areas that are really red and scaly. It can affect anywhere in the body. Commonly it affects the scalp. It can affect the arms, the legs, the trunk. Sometimes it can just be redness in the creases of the elbows and the knees. And sometimes it can even affect the nails and the joints. Now, no one knows for sure why psoriasis occurs, but it's likely to be a combination of genetic factors and an imbalanced immune system. That is what we call an autoimmune condition, in which for some reason our antibodies, our immunity is sort of attacking our own cells. And conventional treatments, whether they're creams or medications, or phototherapy, are designed really to try and damp down that inflammation and damp down and push down the immune system. And although that gives relief for many people, it doesn't really, sometimes it's not long lasting, it doesn't really address the root cause. So here we like to look a bit deeper. We like to do some root cause analysis with what we call functional medicine. So, Miles, what's a typical sort of approach would you use with functional medicine?
So, functional medicine, as Stephen suggested, is about getting to the root cause of a condition or disease. And with psoriasis, we look at a number of key areas. The first key area is looking at what's going on with the diet. Is the diet actually contributing to the autoimmune disease itself? And particularly we have to look at things like gluten or dairy products, which can be one of the main triggers. Second of all, we have to look at what's going on in the diet and in how it affects the gut and what's going on with the bacteria. And the bacteria in the gut can be really influentially positive or negatively affecting the gut. Thirdly, we need to be looking at the heavy metals. So the heavy metals can be like lead, mercury, arsenic, and in Hong Kong in particular we're quite exposed to these heavy metals, and these can have very much an autoimmune trigger to psoriasis. And finally, we need to make sure that the nutrients which are supporting skin health are there in the first place. So this means ensuring optimal amounts of fish oils for your omega-3 fatty acids, your vitamin D, vitamin A, vitamin C, and copper, for example. If we have these nutrients, we can really support the skin to actually develop in a proper way. So in terms of how we address each of those, we do various tests. So we do a comprehensive stool analysis for the gut, we do a food sensitivity test for analysing what foods we could be sensitive to, and we do a nutrients panel to look at what's going on in terms of deficiencies, and a heavy metal test to determine what's going on in terms of toxicities. And by addressing each of these systematically, we can ensure we can remove the root cause, address the imbalance, correct the diet, and put forward a proper plan to then help the patient get better with their condition.
That's great, Miles, and I know that you've had quite a large number of successful cases with psoriasis, and so from what I understand is that after a few weeks of addressing the root cause through healing the gut and building up the barrier and changing the diet, that many of these patients can significantly reduce and even stop their medications, their creams and their tablets after just a few months. Is that right?
That is correct, and generally we find that a combination of the two approaches is the best thing for the patient. They need to get immediate relief from what they're getting from the psoriasis, so this is where conventional treatments help, but at the same time addressing the root cause to help them reduce the steroid creams over a period of time. And it does take between 2 to 4 months for that process to happen. So integrating the approaches is really the best way to go.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Miles.
Thank you.